a graph of y equals x cubed minus 4x. So I've drawn it out, and if I were to find the area for the curves, if I try to integrate x cubed minus 4x dx between 2 and negative 2, let's just see what happens. So if I integrate x cubed, it becomes x to the power 4 over 4 minus 4x squared over 2 between the limits 2 and negative 2. So clearly we've got some cancellation here. So it's 2x squared at that point. So we're going to have 2 to the power 4 divided by 2, which is 4, minus 2 times 4 is 8, so that's the first part. Subtract. Now negative 2 to the power 4 divided by 4 is 4 again. Adding away 2 times 4, we get an answer of 0. So it appears that there's no area between the curve and the x-axis. Well, let's investigate that a little further. Now if instead we do it in two stages, if we go between minus 2 and 0, work out that area, and then work out the area between 0 and 2, we should get the two parts together. So here we go. So once again it's x to the power 4 over 4 minus 2x squared between 0 and negative 2. So this one is 0. Take away 4, take 8, which gives me an answer of 4. So we know that the first part has an area of 4 square units. So for our second part, we're going to integrate between 2 and 0, or 0 and... So this time we have 4 subtract 8, take 0. 4 take 8 is negative 4. Now don't forget, we're not going to have a negative amount of square units, so it's just 4 square units. So we had 4 square units here, we had 4 there, making a total of 8 square units. The key bit is you really need to see the graph, because we don't want anything cancelling out as we go through. You can't have a negative area, so you have to work out each section as it's above and below the x-axis. Okay, your task is to find the area under the curve of x squared minus 2x between x equals negative 1 and 2. So first of all, you're going to have to sketch the curve and see where it crosses the x-axis, and then you're going to have to find out the area. Good luck. Press pause and off you go. Okay, the first step is, if we factorise, we should be able to see where this graph crosses the x-axis. Obviously this equals 0 when x is 0 or x is 2, and there we have the sketch of the graph. I'm not very good at sketching, but don't worry. So it crosses at 2, and we're looking for the part at negative 1 as well. So we're looking for this area and this area. So we're going to need to do that in two parts. So we've got the integral of x squared minus 2x between -1 and 0, and then we're also going to have to find the integral of x squared minus 2x. Mustn't forget the dx is in there, between 0 and 2. So if we can integrate those and add them together, we'll get the total area. So this first one is x cubed over 3 take 2x between -1 and 0. And if you work that out correctly, you should have seen that that became 0 minus -1/3 minus 1, which gives me an answer of 1 1/3. So I'm going to put that here. 1/3 is my first area, and then I'll work out the second one. Okay, the second one, again, we're looking at x cubed over 3 minus x squared, but this time between 2 and 0. Now that should get me 8 over 3 minus 4 for the first part, subtract 0, take 0 for the second part, which gives me -1 1/3. So what I now need to do is add the two things together. Don't forget we're taking this negative as a positive, so adding 1 1/3, which gives me 2 2/3. I hope that was your answer. Do each step carefully and you should get it right.